Alright guys, we're going to be talking about debugging sight and hearing. So if you guys recognize this world, this is the last world I've been showing you guys. I took out all the other octopus because I want to make my octopus a little bit smarter than what they have been. They have just walked back and forth the whole time and they didn't really do anything. They kind of just walked back and forth. Well, I want them to do some other things. So here's what I'm going to show. I'll show you the code that I've been giving it. So I have it where, so this was the first code. When its health reaches 0, create a wisp, and the wisp was my experience point. Okay, that's good. And then it's always going to move on the path, the white path, slowly. And then I added this line. It says when it hears a Kodu, switch to page 2. So let's do that. So here's page 2. I'm going to add this here too. Switch to page 2. So it says when it sees the Kodu, move towards it quickly. Alright. And if it does not hear the Kodu, switch back to page 1. Page 1 is this one where it just walks back and forth on the path. So while it's on the path, it's just walking back and forth, and it's just going to ignore me and not do anything. But if it hears me, I want it to try and chase me down. And then if its health gets down to 0, I want it to create the wisp again. So let's check it out. So I push play. He's way over there, and so he should be walking on the path, but it looks like he's just running straight for me. Even though I didn't get anywhere near him, he ran straight for me. Well, I know the code I wrote is probably good, but I don't have any way to know how far can he actually hear. How do I know if he can hear me or not? So let's take a look at the settings inside of this octopus. Change settings. If we roll all the way down, we can see he's got a hearing. And his hearing is all the way at 10. That means he can hear really, really far away. I don't want him to hear that far away. So I'm going to turn this down. Let's turn it down to I'm going to turn it down to 0.5, as low as I can get it. And then I'm also going to turn on this debug lines of sight and sound. And what this does is it puts a line that shows you when the octopus can hear you. So right now he can't hear me because it doesn't show me. I turned his hearing down and he can't hear me. So if I get closer, we'll be able to see when can he hear me. Oh, there's a red line showing me he can hear me and he's coming for me. So I got too close to him, he heard me, and now he's chasing me around. Well, what if I run away from him? I don't want him to chase me anymore, so I'm going to run away from him and I want him to go back to what he's doing. Well, the line's not on me anymore. That means I got so far away from him that he couldn't hear me anymore, and it switched back to page 1. So if I get close to him again, oh, he hears me, and it switches back to page 2. And if I run away, he can't hear me anymore, and he goes back. So I can kind of just get close to him, he can hear me, and you can see that we can test our code out, and we can actually see when it's working. Let's turn on another feature, another debugging feature, and it'll help us a little bit more. If you scroll all the way to the bottom, it says show current programming page. Alright, let's see what this is. Well, now I'm going to get close just to show you what it does. There's a piece of paper over his head that says I'm on page 2. So right now on page 2 we know he chases us. So then let's try and get away from him again and make him switch back to page 1 and see if it tells us. Look, he switched back to page 1. The paper came up and it said page 1. Let's see if you can see it. Page 1 paper, see? There you go. So that's another thing to help us see what's going on with our Kodus and stuff that we put in the game. So that is how you debug sight and sound. I'll go over a little bit more of this. So if you go to change settings, you can scroll down and you can see that we have debug, sights, and sound, and then we have the current programming page, and then you can also adjust how far he can hear. There's also another one, how close by range, far away range, and then I think there might be a sight one, or there might not. I think sight is just like really far, and then it only, so the only way to make sight not work is to put something in the way, like a really tall mountain or something like that. So anyway, that's how debugging sight and sound works. And so this one works from switching from one page to page 1 to page 2. And when it's on page 2, if he sees me, he's going to move towards me, and if he stops hearing me, he's going to go back to page 1, which is going to make him stop chasing me. And so you can also add on this page, like whenever he sees you, he could try and start attacking you. Like, so when he sees me, you could also do when see Kodu do shoot blip. Let's do no, I want to do an orange blip, add it. Actually, you know what, I'm going to make it shoot forward because I don't want it just to always hit me. Program forward. Let's try that. So now when he hears me, he's going to start chasing me, and he's going to try and shoot me and kill me. Whoa! So the only way to get away from this dude would be to get out of his line of sight. So now he can't see me anymore, and he doesn't want to shoot me. But if I get close, he's going to see me, and he's going to shoot me. He's going to kill me. Alright, guys. Talk to y'all later.